All right, it says I'm live. Hopefully it's telling me the truth. Sometimes it says I'm live and I'm not, but I think I am. Anyways, how's it going, guys? Happy Friday. From the cold, wet, damp, miserable day here in Michigan. The weather completely sucks right now, guys. But hey, at least it's not snowing. Because if all this rain was snow, I'd probably be out plowing snow instead of here. So I guess it's better than nothing. Anyways, hope all you guys are good tonight. Let's see who's in here. We got Mateo. What's happening, man? Garage Guy. He said, wow, no one ever accused me of being early. I'm going to be the first one, Garage Guy. You've been formally accused of being early tonight. So there you go. Long Leg Mac Daddy. What's happening, man? Checking in from Indiana. And you guys better not comply either. Indiana. You guys are a tough state. And heard they're trying to mess with you guys a little bit right now. So hang in there, Indiana. Let's see here. Why does this chat always move on me, guys? Beretta Man, how's it going? What's happening, man? Tactical Review, how's it going? He's on the mobile tonight, which totally sucks because you can't do the ats and all of that. I totally get it. But good to have you here too. 2A till death. What's happening, man? Hopefully the weather's a little nicer where you're at. Jeremy Wilson, what's up, man? Does it even snow where you're at, Jeremy? 223556. What's up, man? Good to see you. American Organics. Here we go. Another Michigan guy. Is the weather crappy where you're at too? It's just been raining and cold and everything here. Chuck Kaplan. Happy Friday. Heck yeah, man. Decant 824. Checking in from Vassar. Welcome. Pete Beckett. What's happening? Daniel DeLeon. Nice to see you, man. Dororo. What's happening? I'm doing pretty good. I'm not Will Rogers. Thumbs up to you. And I'm also not Will Rogers, so we're even there. I'm Will 10K. What's happening? Just got the G2C. That's awesome, man. I'd love to hold my G2C up, but I can't, just so you guys know. Can't touch or handle firearms in the live stream. If I do, it won't prove anything because they'll just shut it down. So, but I do have a G2C holster here, guys. I think holsters are still good, right? Yeah, holsters are still fine. Let's see here. Joby Wan, how you doing, man? Another Michigan guy. Edward Kent, what's happening, Edward? How you doing, man? Cave Dave, what's happening? Cave Dave's early? You're 2 minutes late, but we'll say you're early. Peter Monk, what's happening from Miami? See, that's what always happens, guys. I talk about this crappy Michigan weather, and then one of the Florida guys or Texas guys, it never fails. They're like, oh, it's 79 and sunny. So glad the weather's good for you, Peter. Ben Batten, hello from Florida. Another Florida guy. Welcome. Glad to have you here too, man. Explicit, what's happening? Nice to see you too. Yeah, Northern Indiana, the weather sucks right now too. Well, whatever. It's Friday, so. Guys, I'm not going to sit here and overwhelm you with more SHOT Show stuff tonight because I don't know about you guys. I like SHOT Show. I like hearing about the new stuff, but oh my gosh, my subscription feeds have been like totally flooded. Like 200 videos a day coming in and 198 of them are SHOT Show. But I do like to talk about guns, so if you guys have anything that you've seen at SHOT Show that you're interested in, feel free to chat about it. We can talk about it, but I'm not at SHOT Show, so you guys don't have to worry about me, streaming from 10 different booths today or any of that. Matt Morrison, what's happening, Matt? How you doing, man? Gunny Jones, nice to see you. Picked up the Taurus PT92. See, I have to just keep watching myself here because every time you guys mention a gun, I want so bad to walk over there and grab. I can't do it. Got to keep my hands where I can see them for the YouTube staff that watches the streams. Welcome, YouTube, by the way. I hope you guys enjoy the stream as always. I know a lot of you guys are subscribed to the channel too, so. Yeah, right. Michael Thompson, how's it going, man? New to the channel. Cool. Glad to have you here, man. Hopefully you like what I do. I'm just going to kind of chill out tonight and probably get myself all worked up over gun rights, but we'll see. Bill Alexander, Port Huron, Michigan in the house. I think we got a couple Port Huron guys here, by the way. Freedom Shooter, 1776. What's up? Ladybug, how you doing? Share and thumbs up, she said. Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up, guys, because it supposedly helps the channel a little bit, whatever. But, yeah, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. It's free of charge. Tyranny Solutions, Southwest Florida here. Another Florida guy. Cool, cool. Francis P., what's happening, man? Okay, so I got a couple questions right off the bat. And if you guys have questions for me all night long, I'll talk about, I'll answer questions the best I can. I mean, I'm probably not gonna know the answers to all of them, but okay, so Matt Morrison's wanting to know, what AR do I recommend? Well, it just depends. Are you new to the AR? Are you just trying to get your first one? And I'll take it from that angle at first. So if you've never had an AR before, but you want one, because even though I'm a little more of an AK guy, quite honest, the AR is still America's gun, right? It's truly a life and liberty gun. The 5.56, just the standard AR, it's kind of sort of battle proven, right? So they're awesome guns. And I would say if I were to start off, I've had really good luck in the past for myself and recommending to local friends around here, really the PSA build kit, the Palmetto State Armory. If you can do a little building, you can get the they call it their Freedom Kit for around $300, and that includes everything but the stripped lower, which can be bought online for maybe 40 plus shipping FFL. Locally, maybe you can get it for 65, 70, which is probably just as cheap. And now you've got an AR for well under $400. If you literally want to do nothing, you can also go on to Palmetto and just get your upper for a couple $100 ish for a nice basic. It might be, an optics ready flat top upper with the A2 front sight. You could put on a flip up sight or a cheaper optic or red dot, do the whole co-witness thing. Easily get that whole ball of wax going for around $400, right? So that's kind of where I recommend people start. And there's some other cheaper ARs out there too. Nothing against those, but Palmetto seems to be pretty good. And look, guys, if you remember my stream from a long time ago when I could still sell guns, I've had a couple mistakes come from them too. They're not perfect, but they're pretty much good to go. And out of all the Palmetto stuff I've fooled with or built over the years, I've really only had one that was kind of messed up, if you know what I mean. So I recommend them. And if you want something a little more advanced, so you've got a little money or you're truly going to prioritize just having one just great, excellent AR, man, you're going to get people mad at me here because everyone has their favorite brand, but I'm going to go with BCM. I think BCM makes probably an upper echelon rat grade AR, meaning something that you can buy as a completed rifle and just put it to work. I truly believe BCM is a built for serious duty type firearm, and not really heard anything bad about them in the past. So that's kind of where I'm at. Now, there's tons of good ones in between too, guys, and you guys are probably naming them right now. I see someone said Smith & Wesson M&P, also excellent, but that's just where I start with. I kind of start with a PSA build if you just have to keep that price down to bare bones. And then I would go up to like a BCM. And I'm sure there's probably better than that too. Now, Francis asked me, what do I feel about PSA's new AKs? Look, in general, I kind of like the ComBlock built AKs. They've been doing it a lot longer, stuff that's made from genuine parts kits and such. That's kind of my thing. But what's pretty cool about PSA is, and I hope this isn't vaporware, guys, but they're actually talking about some really exciting things. And what has me really excited about PSA right now is they're saying that they're going to have a 6.5 Grendel AK. Now, that is going to be totally awesome. Like, I completely love the AK, of course, right? And I love the 6.5 Grendel. So that's something that has me truly, truly excited. Because up until now, the only way to get a 6.5 Grendel AK was the Molot Vepers, which the current president banned from import well over a year ago, right? So, and those were single stack mags and limited amounts of magazines. Nobody from the aftermarket really made them. So those can be a little tough. But so for all intents and purposes, we've never had a mainstream affordable 6.5 Grendel AK. So that has me very, very excited. And I hope Palmetto actually comes out with that very soon. They're also going to have their new 5.56 AK that takes AR mags. Now that's awesome too for somebody that is more of an AR guy but kind of wants to get into the AK. He probably already has 5.56 ammo, probably already has AR mags. So that's also pretty cool. Now I am hoping with this 5.56 AK that they do also offer a version with the magwell to take the standard rock and lock, because all right, guys, I have to keep my hands where you can see them here, but just right over there, I do have a Hugo M85 5.56 AK, and I do have quite a few 5.56 AK mags. I also have just right over there a Galil, which is a 5.56 AK. So I'm hoping they do both. I'm hoping Palmetto will do the AR magwell adapter for all the AR guys that are transitioning or guys that just do both, right? But I hope they'll just at least make a few where you can use the traditional 5.56, AK mags, like the Polish Radom mags, those translucent greenish ones that you guys know about. Yeah. Oh, geez, I'm probably super far behind in the chat now. Of course I am. I'm always behind in the chat. Will's asking me, what's the best ammo I like for the G2C? Look, I've had good luck with pretty much all ammo in my G2C. The only thing I had, and I've covered this in past videos, and for those of you guys that are new to the channel, I've created playlists, and I've done a pretty good job of updating them. Go to my Taurus playlist. You'll see a lot of stuff on the G2C, including my favorite defensive ammo that I use. So you can see where I'm recommending. And look, this is just what I use, guys. Lots of good options, but I like the Federal HST, and I'm running the 147 grain standard pressure in my G2C, and that's accounting for barrel length, all these things. And I think HST is good ammo. But geez, oh Pete's, I had a little bit of issues with the steel case in the Metgar Sig mags. But as far as in the OEM mags or brass case with any of the mags, they've been flawless. Like I've shot a lot of steel case, Wolf and Tula through my G2Cs. Oh geez, I've shot Federal. I've shot this Winchester 124 grain white box. I've shot Remington. I've shot different types of defensive ammo, Golden Sabers. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So far, especially with just the OEM mags, my G2C has been flawless. So yeah. Richard Hughes is here. How's it going, Richard? Nice to see you, man. Jonathan 10194. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Smith fan. Oh, you're not too late. I'm just answered a couple questions right off the bat, and yeah. Fierce Mouse. What's happening, Fierce Mouse? I'm probably gonna miss somebody. If I do, it's not intentional. There's a lot of stuff scrolling through the chat. We've got K9 here. Okay, so he says he got a Radical SOCOM AR-15, but he got it for free. So I guess it was money well spent, right? That's pretty funny. Garage guy's asking me if I'm online. I think I'm online, right, guys? I hope so. I hope I'm not just talking to myself. Am I talking to myself, guys? Ladybug, thank you very much. I'm not gonna completely agree with you. I got to be more modest than that, but thank you. Thank you. You're awesome. I'm online. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Sometimes somebody's phone's doing a little something weird. Barada Man, yeah. That's why I kind of always start off these streams, guys, just saying hi to everybody. Because look, actually why I like to do these streams. I like to hang out with you guys and literally say hi. Sometimes people are like, oh, come on, man, get on with the show. But look, YouTube's alerts, they're not always like spot on. So it serves two purposes. I get to do what I want to do, which is say hi to everybody and hang out. And it gives people 5-10 minutes for their slow YouTube alerts to come through. Yeah. I'm not Will Rogers. PSA is now making a Glock-like pistol. Part SIG too, at a price of about $300. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? I'm not real familiar with that gun yet. I kind of thought it was a straight Glock clone, but you're saying it has a little SIG to it. That's interesting. I'll have to look at it just a little bit more. I've not really had time to keep up with much of the SHOT Show coverage this week, guys. I've been so busy, and I took the whole day off to go down to Monroe County to try to fight for our local gun rights here, to get them to at least pass a resolution, right? You can call it Sanctuary Pro 2A resolution, and, well, didn't pass. Didn't even get put up for vote. It was supposed to be up for vote. The chairman took it down. But if you guys want to know what happened at that meeting, look, a couple things happened. First of all, we kind of lost, right? Let's just be blunt about it. But that's just the preliminary. Because what did happen is myself and dozens of other patriots showed up there. A lot. There was probably almost 100 people in that room. And there's normally 5, right, for a county commissioners meeting. And it must have been 20 people came up and talked and heard some pretty inspirational stuff. So hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Somebody's knocking on my door during the live stream, which I don't really appreciate, but let's see here. Anyways, so there was a bunch of, like I said, patriots that came up there and spoke. So I'm putting together just a little series, if you will, on the channel where I'm putting up these different people that spoke, and I put up one again today. So if anyone's from Michigan, or quite frankly, across the whole country, I think it'd do us a lot of good to listen to some of these people talk, just so you guys can see how it goes right at the grassroots level. It's not going to be easy for a lot of you guys in your counties. Some of your counties, these Pro 2A resolutions and sanctuaries are just going to fly right through. But I think it's good for us to keep track of what everybody's doing so we can kind of, get together, right? Like, see what's succeeding, what's failing. Maybe you can look at some of the different arguments that the county commissioners are bringing up in Monroe here and maybe have some counterpoints to that, right? Or maybe just get inspired knowing that there's other people out there that are fighting the good fight too. So I'm going to keep putting up more videos from that meeting. I'm trying to just keep them somewhat more concise, because if I just put the whole meeting up, it would be like an hour and a half or 2 hours, right? So let's see here. Pete Beckett with the super chat. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your help. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see here. I saw a couple other people sneak in here. Albert McCall, how's it going, man? Albert's hiding out, he said, but I found you. Nice to see you, Albert. No, I wasn't off playing with a playing with an AK. Literally, someone's knocking on my door, and let's see here. Gerard Preeny, how's it going? Welcome. We've got Forged and Woodcraft here. What's happening, man? Another Michigan guy. Michigan Watch is here. Awesome. Yeah, that second speaker was good, wasn't he? He really, really was. And he actually has a radio show too. I'd like to give you guys names of the people that are on there, but I'm just kind of trying to be cool, and I'm not putting the names. You guys know what I'm saying. But if one of you guys is the speaker that I put up in one of my videos and you want your name in the video, I'll put it right there in the title. Just trying to respect people's privacy a little bit, Smith fan said, I booed myself. How did you do that? Long Leg Mac Daddy said, Indiana is not going for it, period. Meaning you guys aren't going to pass the sanctuary counties, or you're not going to go for any gun control whatsoever. I think that's what you mean, right? M4 Johnny, how's it going, man? Oh, yeah, Holden AK, Dugan Ashley, a.k.a. Karnak Khan. It's funny, I was just talking to a friend on the phone, like right before the stream, and I brought up Karnak Khan. Do you guys remember that channel? That was a good one, wasn't it? I think he's totally taken the channel all the way down now. You can maybe watch a couple of his videos just because people like downloaded them and re-uploaded them under their channels, but I know his health hasn't been good, but yeah, that sucks. I was glad to hear he's doing okay to a point, but I'm not happy that he had to stop doing his channel. You know what I'm saying? But I heard he's all right. I've seen him on someone else's channel recently. So yeah, Robert Smith getting close to beer 30. No, I tell people not to bother me during my stream, but they still like to. Ladybug, like and share so I won't have to bug you anymore. That's actually pretty funny. I like the little play on words there. Somebody was talking earlier, Kitty Green, the Dick Act of 1902. Please look it up. Yep, I've looked it up. As amended in 1916 and as amended in the 1930s. And I don't know, maybe another stream we can talk more about that. That's a subject that a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on, certainly. Some people believe that it completely invalidates all gun control laws. Other people believe that, well, it in and of itself was rather invalidated by several other amendments to it that happened afterwards. What it definitely does do, though, is it basically made it where the militia can now be federalized and can now be deployed overseas. It did change that. At least it's amendments that were added onto it after the fact. But yeah, that's an interesting one there. Indiana killed Senate Bill 203 quickly. I'm not familiar with 203, but that was a bad one, I hope, right? Since they killed it. Okay, Pete Beckett saying that is what we need to see. Come the next commissioner meeting here in St. Clair County. Yeah. See, it's so hard. Here's what they're doing in Monroe, guys. And I'm going to keep on doing videos on in addition to regular content, because I realize that everybody doesn't want to just see this meeting. But even if you don't live in Michigan, I'll say it one more time. I think it's good watch for everybody, because it just shows you kind of how politics works at the very lowest levels, right? But yeah, basically what happened is in my first video, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, Commissioner Moore was putting forth a proposal for us to become a Pro 2A, otherwise known as 2A Sanctuary County, right? A resolution. And what ended up happening is he was expecting to have it voted on in this last Tuesday's meeting, and that didn't happen. In fact, the chairman, at his discretion, apparently there's a rule that allows him to do this, supposedly. I've yet to see it, but there's supposedly a rule that he can not put an item on the agenda or pull an item from the agenda. So what they did is this. The majority of these commissioners are Republican, and all of them say they're pro-gun. They were all walking up to me afterwards how pro-gun they were. Daddy shotgun this, years of bird hunting that, served in the various armed services. They all had quite the resume and the list of things. But what it came down to is a decent amount of them didn't want to vote on this. So what they did is they had the commissioner take one for the team, and he just simply refused to put it up on the agenda. So what that does is that's just playing politics, right? That's 100% what it is. It's basically them no longer considering themselves public servants. Now they're going to play games with the parliamentarian, with the rules, with the agenda and all that, right? They're going to get us on a technicality. Because here's the problem. These people run, the vast majority of them, even in Monroe County, they run for election that I'm pro-gun. And it's always the same old thing. And you guys are going to hear this in a lot of your counties too. That's why I'm going over this. You're going to hear them say, well, I'm pro-gun. Okay. But are you pro-Second Amendment? Like, literally, shall not be infringed, like with no qualifiers? And they'll say, well, look, here's the deal. And they won't answer the hard questions. They never, ever will. They say stuff like, oh, you don't even know, Sonny. I shot birds and I had shot pheasant and my hunting dog before you were born. That somehow means that they're more patriotic than me? Because you held an inanimate object. Because that's what a firearm is. A firearm is nearly it's not communist. It's not a patriot. It's not a turncoat. It's not a supporter. It's nothing. It's an inanimate object. And that's what these people, here's the thing. They think that we're stupid. They say the stupidest stuff constantly, and it's like this stuff that they preach, their rhetoric, it literally requires the listener to be dumber than the speaker. And quite frankly, I'm tired of them insulting my intelligence. Because all I hear constantly is the same old crap. And it's like, oh, grew up with a shotgun in my hand. Oh, you think you're a patriot? We was the true patriots. Because back when I was in grade school in 1968, we used to hunt rabbit on the way to school. And we used to walk in there with our 22 long rifle, our Marlin Model 60 or whatever it was, and we'd carry it right in there, and we'd put it right in our locker, and blah, 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 and we carry guns right through the halls of school. We're the true patriots, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Vote for the Pro 2A resolution. Oh, we don't need to do that. Why do we need to do that? The Second Amendment's already there. We don't need to acknowledge it. And I'm like, yeah, but do you support the AR-15? Well, no, you don't need the AR-15 because what the heck would you use that for? If you shoot the rabbit, the bullet's so big, there's no meat left. Like, no serious hunter would use that to hunt game. Are you kidding me? I've been killing rabbits with my 22 long rifle for 60 years. And these guys seriously say this stuff and expect somebody to freaking believe it. Or here's the other kicker. And here's the thing too, guys. If you're not taking me the right way, it's probably because I'm just not saying it right. But look, I respect everyone's service that served in the armed forces. Of course I do. I have a lot of good friends, family members. Most of my friends and family members are veterans or currently active duty. But I'm sorry, when a guy sits there and he says, I'm not going to vote for the 2A resolution. I don't support these assault weapons and rifles and this and that. But I'm allowed to say it because I was in the Navy for 4 years or I was in the Army or whatever. I'm sorry, but no, that doesn't count. Now, look, in one hand, thank you for your service. In the other hand, you serve the country, and I do appreciate that. But now you're nothing more than a traitor. You did what? You fought and potentially had the risk of dying for your country to come back here and try to turn us into all the other countries that you were protecting people from oppression? Countries that during the Cold War, we were afraid would invade us. Every day they had kids doing nuclear bomb drills where get under your desk, kids, because, Khrushchev could launch the bomb at any minute. The bomb, right? Talk to your parents. Maybe some of you guys are old enough to be my parents. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? This isn't that long ago. And all these brave people, they fought in the Cold War. They fought in actual active combat zones. And then they come back to the United States and they say, I don't think that you should be able to have this gun. And I can tell you so because I was in the United States Navy. And then I look at them and I say, thank you for your service. Now on to the current topic. What's your problem? What did you fight to protect? Did you fight to protect the communist government? Excuse me, I'm going to whip your bleepity bleep bleep. Well, hold on a minute. Why do you want to enact the same gun control laws that they want to enact? Screw you. Screw you twice as bad. You took an oath. You know better. You served. You swore an oath to protect and serve. You swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America. You fought the Red Army, and I do appreciate it. But what does that mean when you come to me and say, I served in the Army, so now I can take your guns? You don't need those guns. I was in the military. I know better. I'm getting sick and tired of those guys too. Sick and tired of them. I'd rather some millennial walk up to me and say, you know what? I'm against guns because I don't even know what a gun is. At least with them, maybe there's still a chance. But I'm sick and tired of this gray-haired guy that said, I fought and died for this country, and I want to take every one of your last guns, and I'm allowed to because of my prior service. Screw you. You know better. You're supposed to know better. Does anyone else feel the same way I do? And look, I know you true veterans out there, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys are probably 100 times more disgusted with those guys than I am. I never served. I'm not a veteran. But that happened to me, guys. Literally. I'm at the meeting. Maybe not quite to the extent. I'm getting a little riled up right now. But guys did walk up to me and said, oh, I can prove to you that I'm pro-gun. United States Navy, blah, blah, blah. United States Army, blah, blah, blah. Well, then are you going to vote on the resolution? No, I will not. I will not pass the 2A sanctuary. I'm like, excuse me? This one guy even told me that was someone else in the crowd that was anti-gun apparently. He said, you want to play with the big boy toys? You got to get through boot camp. You got to earn that right to handle these kinds of firearms. I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? What the heck's wrong with you people? Do you know how much Japan would have come in here and whipped the crap out of our country? Except for they said, no, you don't want to do a mainland invasion there because you go marching through the streets of America, you will find a gun behind every blade of grass. And for people like me who truly do have the armed services back, the good people that are actually out there fighting and risking their life, because I do appreciate what all you people do. And I do appreciate what all you guys have done. I'm the type of guy that's going to have your back unless or until you turn coat, you join the forces that you supposedly fought. You want my guns? I don't care. I don't care what your service rank was. You can walk up to me. You can be a full bird colonel. You could be a 4-star general. And if you want my guns, you're now my enemy. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just getting sick and tired of it. People that have the biggest resume they've ever had, and they're now using that. Look, guys, I do love veterans. I do. I hope to God no one's taking me out of context here. It's just in the last week I had people invoke their prior service as reasons why they're allowed to be anti-Second Amendment, which they are. It's fine. It's fine. People are allowed to be anti-Second Amendment. I even said that in my little public comment. I said, look, I respect all of you guys' rights to not like guns. That's fine with me. I actually respect your right to hate the Second Amendment as much as you have to grit your teeth to say it, but I do. I completely respect somebody's right to say, I hate the Second Amendment, everything to do with it. As bad as this also makes me grit my teeth, people have the right to hate the Bill of Rights and hate this whole country. That's the beautiful thing about this country. But you have no right to decide for me what I want, what I choose to use to protect myself and my country with. You can choose not to protect your country if you don't want to. I have no choice to be fine with that. This is America. But here's the thing. They always say we want to compromise. Didn't I just lay out a compromise, guys? Have you ever thought of it that way? As much as you do not have the right to take away my rights, you have the right to choose not to exercise yours if you want to. Now, the Founding Fathers would shun somebody like that. Because they not only said we have these rights, but we have the duty to protect them. The founding fathers actually put a duty on us, right? Which is more than just a right. It means you should be compelled to keep up your God-given rights, that it's your birthright by being born here. But at the same time, you've got to fight. Freedom isn't free, right? But hey, that is true freedom. If they don't want to like it, they don't have to like it. And just as much as I'm never going to force anybody to hold and keep and bear a firearm, they sure as heck aren't going to be able to force me to put mine down. Do you guys ever think about it that way? Or I think maybe some of you guys do. Okay, Shojas, how's it going, man? Another guy from Michigan. Casey Smith, Greg Rick. Shoja says, I'm a disabled veteran, and this is the way I look at it. Screw you and your military status if you're anti-gun. There you go. And you have every right to say that because you have fellow brothers and sisters you served with. Me, I'm going to tone it down just one notch below you because I don't have quite the right to say what you did. I didn't serve. But I will say this. Thank you for your service. Now, if you're coming after my guns, you're my current enemy. You're the clear and present danger. I think it's completely fair. Matt Morrison, elitist. Yep. You guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves. It sounds like a lot of you guys have that same story. Bill Alexander, USMC, U.S. Marine Corps, 1966, Semper Fi. Heck yeah, man. I know for a fact there's several Marines in this chat. For a fact. Hopefully you guys have a good time ripping on each other. Isn't that what Marines do, right? I couldn't help myself. A Marine will never, ever pass up the chance just to be a total you-know-what when he can, while being the best guy you've ever met at the same exact time. Now I'm going to spark some Navy guy to come in and look, I've never served, guys, but I've been around it enough. I kind of sort of know how it goes. Vince Simon. How's it going, Vince? Look, guys, I know I'm missing some people here. Polo CR, can I tell you guys more about Super Match? Yeah, Super Match G&A. That's the local gun shop in Newport, Michigan, where I purchase firearms, do all my FFL transfers. Awesome place. I couldn't recommend them more. Their prices are fair. They're very friendly. They actually have a pretty good selection, guys. I was just in there the other day. For all you Southeastern Michigan guys, this is Super Match G&A Newport. You can look them up. Easy to find. He had some of the cool guns that just come out. Like he has the Ruger 5.7s in stock. He has the new LCP 22. He has the Glock 44. He has some of those cool VZ61, Scorpions. Not that those are new, but he just got them in stock. For a small little shop, he's got some of these cool SHOT Show guns that have kind of just come out in the last couple weeks. So, yeah. I was looking at, he has one of those. I'm trying to remember the name of the company now, but the foldable Glock. Speaking of Super Match, here's another good customer, Eric Carson. How's it going, Eric? He's a customer of Super Match. Yep, Eric will vouch for him. Yeah, I definitely go to Super Match if you guys are in the Southeastern Michigan area. Like I said, ever since Matt opened up, how long has it been now? 7-8 years ago? I've been a regular. White Lake, Michigan. Mike, how's it going, Mike? So he's pretty close to where I'm at right now. I'm about a half hour away from White Lake. See, I'm up at my shop when I do these live streams, so kind of more on the Oakland County side of things than I am down there in Monroe at the moment. Yeah, Bill Alexander, just too many FUDs, period. And Greg Rick says even gun rights organizations are willing to just compromise like crazy. And to me, that is the compromise. Look, can't people get like what essential freedom and liberty actually means? It is a compromise. Look, you don't have to be a certain religion to be an American, but you can basically be any religion you want. You don't have to own any gun whatsoever, but if you do choose to, you should be able to own any gun you want. You don't have to like anybody, but if you do want to like people, you can love as many people as you want. You could love all your politicians. You could absolutely have disdain for every last one of them. That's what compromise actually is. Freedom to actually exercise God-given rights if you so desire. Because I do believe, and look, religion is part of my life. So I'm going to say God gave me the ability to discern to choose things, to have my own ambitions, my own desires. I'm allowed to think for myself. But you can't think for yourself when somebody else is like, yeah, we are all individuals as long as you think exactly like we do, or as long as you don't step out of these very narrow perimeters and constraints. That's not freedom. That's not compromise. And it's funny because all of these people, I saw someone mention Blumenthal earlier. He was a big war hero in the Vietnam War. Anyone that he supposedly served with, anyone that actually could prove him wrong, said he was the biggest fake imposter of all of them. And this is the way it always is. There's nothing new going on here. When a person walks up to you and says they want to compromise, that person never, ever, ever wants to compromise. They want complete, total control. They want to dictate to you what you are going to do. Notice those words I'm using. Total control, aka totalitarian. Dictate to you, aka dictator. That's what these people do, and they've always done it. They've done it from the beginning of time. They've done it in recent history. They've done it in pre-recorded history, and they're doing it right now. So just keep your eyes open and be wary of someone that walks up to you that says, I'm reasonable. When someone tells you reasonable, they're probably clinically insane. When somebody comes up to you, now this is in the context of them talking about gun control and all that, right? They've totally ruined these words in our vocabulary. Someone that walks up and says, let's be reasonable about your guns, that person's insane. Someone that says, I want to compromise, they don't want to compromise. They want all of your money. They want all of your freedom. They want to brainwash your children. They want to do all of these things. They want to rewrite the history books. They literally want you to be nice little puppet soldiers that's just going to, march in line for them. We've seen this before, right? That's what they want. And they want your guns, not because they care about the guns. These are inanimate objects. They only want your guns because that's the last thing you can hold in your hands and physically stop them. When they say you will not comply, and you say, well, hold on a minute. Or I'm sorry, you will comply. And you say, hold on a minute, I will not. And they're like, yeah, you'll comply. Get over here. If you don't have a gun in your hand, they can literally grab you by your ear and drag you right in line, right? All of a sudden, you square up to them with, it doesn't matter what it is at that point. It could be a 5.56, a 12 gauge, a 30-06. It's hard to grab a by the ear, that's blasting at 3,200 foot per second with a couple thousand foot-pounds of torque. You guys know what I'm saying? And when they say, oh, in the name of safety and in the name of defeating communism and stuff, we need to confiscate your guns. Oh, yeah, that's real believable considering how every totalitarian dictatorship, chairman, all these different titles they give themselves, Führer, you know what they did? They did all their propaganda. They made everybody like them. They offered everybody free stuff. And then after they gave them a bunch of free stuff and they got them all beholden to them, right? Then they took away their guns. Then a very short period of time after they took the guns, they started actually taking people. Train cars, marching them in and out of town, right to town square. All these things have happened, guys. And I'm not just talking like so many thousands of years ago. No, like all the way up through. Think World War I, World War II. Let's fast forward Cambodia. Let's look at like essentially right now what's going on in China, like literally right now. Think about it, guys. The guns have nothing to do with it. Being pro-gun has nothing to do with this at all. We have to remember this. We always tell people when we're trying to give them the pro-gun message. And look, it's fine if we use pro-gun because we kind of use it synonymously with pro-Second Amendment, right? But they say, pro-gun. That's fine. Dianne Feinstein's pro-gun. She carries a gun. She's bragged about it before, her concealed carry. All of her bodyguards carry guns. So sure, they're pro-gun. They're pro-gun all day long. Like I said, Grandpa's double-barrel shotgun, their little 22 that they've had since the second grade. And look, you can be completely pro-2A and still have all those. And that's totally awesome. Many pro-2A hunters. Many pro-2A 22 guys. Don't mistake what I'm saying here. But liking guns, like we always tell them when they say we need gun control. Just think about this. We need to remember what we say and use it back against them. We say, okay, guys, a gun doesn't cause evil. Banning a gun isn't going to stop these crazy psychopaths because a gun is an inanimate object, right? That's what we tell them, and we're 100% right. We're 100% right. So let's look at it the other way. When they say, we want your guns, we want you to hand your guns over. Well, hold on. A gun's just an inanimate object. What's good's that going to do to hand over an inanimate object? And you know what they're thinking in their heads? Absolutely nothing. What we want is you. We want you to hand yourself over to us, and your bank account, and your free will, and your religion, and your family, and your children. We want you to hand yourself over, and that gun is the only thing you're going to be able to use to stop us. So don't for 1 minute they think they want the guns. It's never been about the guns. They all love guns. They always have guns. Go back and look at here. The Bolsheviks. They disarmed the people in Russia that became Soviet Russia, USSR, in 1917. They disarmed the people, but guess what? The man, the government, the Bolshevik party, they still had guns. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many Mosin the guns were made? Tens of millions. So don't for 1 minute think that they don't want guns around. Usually what happens when they disarm the people is there's more guns in that country than you've ever seen before. They're all just held within the rank and file, within the party, within the who's who, the people in power. So I just want you guys to look at it from another angle. And look, I'm not trying to preach to you guys. Most of you guys know everything I'm saying already. And you probably know more about it than me. But don't for 1 minute you think that they want, our inanimate objects. They don't want that. They could care less. They want you. And they want anything that you're holding to stop them. And it's pretty much that clear cut. As far as Raw Feeding 101, what's happening, man? How you doing? Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. I really do. These super chats really do help me, by the way, guys. They don't really pay me crap on here. And it's just, I'm not doing this for the money, but it costs me money. So I really do appreciate you guys' generosity. And so many of you guys have been so generous. And I don't know how I'm that lucky, but that's why, I started this stream. I just look forward to hanging out with you guys, The Sound of Claire, $5 super chat. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now, Claire can mean different things. That doesn't mean Claire, Michigan, does it? Or does it? Claire, Michigan's a nice place. Nah, I do appreciate it. You're awesome. Hey, Tree Guy, what's happening, man? Did you just pop in here? Charles Darling, how you doing, man? There's another Patriot. He was there in Monroe with us. A few of these guys. Eric Carson I saw earlier. American Organics. Who else did I miss? Who else was at that little meeting that we had in Monroe? I'm definitely seeing a few of you guys. And I want to see you guys again so soon. You guys have no idea. It was so cool just getting to hang out with you guys in real life and for us to kind of, give them a stare down and tell them what's up. It was nice. Long Leg Mac Daddy, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for the tip. I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to Indiana. The Sound of Claire. I'm from the UK, but lived in the States for 2 years now. Awesome, awesome. Now, Claire's a town in Michigan, just so you know. Now, coming from the UK, what do you think? Do you think I'm just nuts right now or what? I'm curious. Somebody that did live in another country listening to me talking like this. I'm not putting you to work. You don't have to give me an answer, but I'm curious. What do you think? Jeremy Wilson, holy crap, man. #1 fan. Awesome, dude. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing good, by the way, Jeremy. Man, are you doing all right, man? Tell me you're all right. Don't lie to me, though. If you need anything, let me know. Let everybody know. Look, we all, gosh, such heartfelt best wishes. They all left you in that video that I did. But those guys meant it. So if you're ever feeling down, just reach out to someone in here. Tell them you want to talk. There's like 70 people in here if you just ever need a shoulder to lean on, man. And I know you're a tough dude and you're not going to need our help, but we're all there for you. And I know sometimes after a month goes by of losing your wife, people kind of forget, but we're still there for you, Jeremy. Trust me, man. There you go. Sound of Claire. No, I fully support the gun rights since I am now a United States citizen. And you know what? I love immigrants just like you. So glad to have you here. Welcome to America, right? Robert M., another super chat. Thanks a lot, man. And look, I don't want to speak for you guys, but no, I do appreciate you guys' encouragement. I really, really do. Because I was saying that to one of the viewers, and I think maybe they're in there right now in a comment earlier. Oh, I just dropped my holster. The Forge Tech torture test. It's good. No, but I need you guys. I really, really do, because Look, in Monroe County, even though it didn't pass, I don't think we failed. I really, really don't. I think we're just getting something started here because this is a tough area, to get stuff going like this. Pro 2A stuff, right? But if I would have just went up there by myself and said something, they would have just completely laughed at me. Now, you guys that were there in that meeting, because there's a few of you guys that are witnesses here, did they put it on the agenda? No. But did they laugh at any of us? No, they didn't, actually. Afterwards, that's when they were doing all their justifying, My daddy's 22, my shotgun, my prior service. That was my rant earlier. So just the were explaining themselves, and they looked kind of ticked off. If I would have gone in there by myself, guys, what would have that done? They would have looked at me and been like, huh. No, they didn't laugh at me because as soon as they thought about it, they looked over my shoulder when I was up talking, and there was like, when I say dozens, I mean like almost 100 patriots in that little room. There weren't any empty seats, like at all. Even after the volleyball team and the football team left, they said, well, that's going to be what the crowd is. Do you guys remember that? Oh, we're going to have stand. No, after the football team and volleyball team left because they went first, then it went from full to like 5 empty seats. Like it was full. And as soon as they thought about laughing at me, they turned around and they looked at you guys and they were like, no, thanks. No, thanks. Because you guys already know this, but I run with some pretty tough dudes. I mean, a lot of them are in the chat right now, and they knew better. They knew better when we walked into that meeting. Now what we're going to do is keep them scared. We're going to keep them because here's the deal. What they're afraid of is losing their little bit of power they have. Getting to sit up on the dais, as they call it. The dais, you know what I'm saying? They sit above you, right? Isn't that how these meetings go? Look, this isn't a coincidence. You don't sit on the same level as them. We, the people, we sit down here on a lower level. Then there's some space in between us, and then they sit up. They sit higher than you, so they can look down on you. I'm just saying, guys. They don't want to be removed from that ivory tower. They want that little bit of power they can get. As little power as you get by being a county commissioner, they want it. And here's where we need to keep going. And this isn't just Monroe County. Look, for me, it's Monroe County. But this is all of you guys' counties above, around the whole entire United States. The great state of Michigan, all these other great states I'm seeing in here, Florida, Indiana, all over the place, right? That's what you guys are going to have to deal with. So get your boys ready. Go in there. You don't literally go in there and try to like jerk them out of their chairs. There's a bailiff and stuff, okay? But you know what I'm saying? Make them do the vote. And that's my main thing right now I'm working on in Monroe. So all my Monroe County guys, we need to stay together. We need to keep on talking. I want to just hang out with you guys again, right? Because you guys were like cool as heck. And I have like a lot of your phone numbers now, and it's like totally awesome. But no, we need to force them to vote. Because a lot of them, they don't want it to pass. They do not want any Pro 2A resolution to pass, but they also don't want to vote against it because they ran as pro-gun in the past and got elected. They're going to also run as pro-gun again this fall. And they know they're not going to get reelected if they admit they're anti-gun. Now, look, they're all going to lie to you. They're going to tell all of the potential voters, Daddy's shotgun. They're all going to tell you, my 22 that I used to carry in my locker. They're all going to tell you, United States Navy. 4 years, 1972, retired. They're going to use all that to get elected. And look, most servicemen are very patriotic and very pro-gun, but they use that against us. They know the fact that most of you all in here, all these patriots that are veterans right here, like Bill Alexander said, U.S. Marine, your best friend or your worst enemy. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. They're using things like their service and the fact that they've hunted for all these years. They're using that to get elected because most people believe them. And look, if you walk up to me and you say, I served my country with distinction, honorably discharged for 4 years, I'm pro-gun, I have no choice but to give you the benefit of the doubt and initially believe you until you prove yourself otherwise. And that's what they're doing, guys. That's what they're doing. They're getting elected just on their resume, just on their rhetoric. But if we can make them vote, A or nay. Now, look, if we get them to vote, even if it's for the wrong reason, just to get reelected, fine. 2 can play that game. We just used them. I don't care. I'll make that trade. If they get their reelection, if they get to sit up on the dais for another couple of years, and we get our gun rights, and we get our Pro 2A sanctuary, that's fine. I'll make a trade with you. I don't care. As long as they're doing what they were elected to do, to serve me, to serve you, to serve the people. Whatever. That's called politics. I'll play it. But you got to get them to vote. Because if they vote no, now we actually have a chance to get them voted out of office. Because here's what's going to happen. And this is what's happening. I'm going to walk up to Joe Public in Monroe, Michigan, Monroe County. Because I don't actually live in Monroe. It's a big county with a bunch of small cities. I'm going to walk up to Joe Public on the street. I'm going to say, we need to unelect this chairman because he's anti-gun. And he wouldn't let the Pro 2A resolution up for vote. And that's what I am telling people, by the way, which I have every right to. And I'm going to tell them that. And then you know what they're going to come back with? He's not pro-gun. He's in the NRA. He's a firearms attorney, which I'm not giving you guys up any secret info. He says it all himself in the meeting, which is going to be on videos very soon. So now it's he said, she said. So now there's little old 2A EDU trying to convince him this guy's anti-gun, and I'm going to tell him he is. Because that's just my opinion. Is he or isn't he? Well, he needs to stand up for himself and make a vote. That's why I keep going back to that. But he's going to come back and he's going to say, nope, that guy's a liar. He's wrong. I'm very pro-gun. And he's going to give this big, long resume. And they might, and they probably will believe him. But when you get him to vote, okay, then he's going to have to do one of two things. He's going to have to give us our sanctuary, which God gave us. He didn't give us. I say he gives us, but you know what I'm saying, right? He's going to give us the floor for the vote for stuff that God already gave us before we were born, before this was even a country, before Monroe County existed, before the United States of America existed. We were born with these rights. That's why our founding fathers formed this darn country. When we were subjects of the crown, when we were worshiping royalty, we said, hey, look, we were born with these rights. We don't go through the queen or the king to have these rights. So they founded the United States of America. That is like the core essence of why this country was formed, right? So don't take me out of context, guys. When I say they give us the vote, I'm just using it in a very, very just practical manner. But yeah, he's going to tell someone he's pro-gun. I'm going to say they're not. Who are they going to believe? His resume is way longer than mine. I have a college degree, a very small college degree. This man has a Juris Doctorate. In the eyes of the average person, this guy's 10 times more educated than me. This guy's considered 10 times smarter than me. He's in the public eye. He has 10 times more friends than I do. Of course the he said, she said is going to go down. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only thing I've got over him is I'm better looking than him. Okay? I can get chicks that's way out of his league. And that's why I'm married to my beautiful wife. And a guy like him would have never had a chance with her. But other than that, and I hope you're watching. I love you if you are. I think my wife's still watching, guys, but she might be asleep. But anyways, other than that, his resume kicks the crap out of mine. And you guys are going to find this in all of your counties, like literally all of your counties. There's some guy that's going to be sitting up there, and he's the who's who. He served here. He served there. He's been in the NRA all these years. He served on this board. He served on that board. He takes in wounded puppies. He feeds homeless people. He does all these things when there's a camera around. When the Monroe Evening News guy's there taking his notes for the story, right? It's he said, she said. But like Dog Dad said, thanks so much for another super chat, man. You guys are all awesome, man. But Dog Dad, I'm sorry. Raw Feeding 101. I'm a little bit old school here. Raw Feeding 101. Yeah, make them vote. That's what we just have to do. Just make them vote. And you know what? It might still suck if we go back and they vote. And they vote it down. That's going to suck, but now we have a more clear, concise plan. Now we can literally go out there, and I'll do YouTube videos. I hope all you other guys with channels in Monroe County and all the counties across the country do the same thing. Call out these people. There was a Pro 2A resolution. This guy voted no. This guy voted no. This guy voted no. Record the video of them voting no. Put it on your YouTube channel, your IG, your Facebook. Put it up there. Because then you know what happens? They're going to go out and they're going to campaign and say, I'm pro-gun and I can prove it. I take care of, like I said, sick puppies. I gave a homeless man a loaf of bread. That's what these guys do, only when there's a camera around. Now, look, a lot of them do it just to be nice, too. I get it. You say, no, you're not. And I can prove it. Here's the videotape of you voting no. What do you guys think? Isn't that what it comes down to? Michigan Watch, newsflash. They're not scared of you voting them out because that's a fraud. Well, you know what? I think they are afraid of us voting them out, because if they weren't, let me challenge you on that. If they weren't, then why do they spend all this money on their campaign? Why do they knock door to door? Why do they spend all this money to buy newspaper ads? Why do they go and feed the homeless when there's a camera around? Why do they do all these things to get reelected if there's no such thing as election? I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being equally as respectful to you as you are to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, see if you can answer that, bud. If they don't care about getting elected, why do they spend so much money for the election? Okay. Also, why do they go around door to door, knocking on doors? That's what my local politicians do. Around election season, ching, 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 ching. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I would like the pleasure of serving this great county as your next county commissioner. I think they are worried about getting reelected. We don't all have to agree, but oh boy, that's funny. The sound of Claire. Me gives 2A EDU some tea. 2A EDU pours it out in the harbor because he doesn't take tea from the British. Absolutely, absolutely. You're a good sport. You are so awesome. You lived in the UK most of life, right? And I just got done talking about we will not worship the crown. We will not blah, blah, blah. I'm glad you're still here. You're awesome. But no, you're an American now. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I'm reading some of the comments here. I'm not actually talking about the United States Senate or the Congress or presidents. I'm being very pointed here. I'm talking about the Monroe County commissioners and the commissioners throughout all of you guys' county. And I believe county commissioners are voted on. I know people literally that are county commissioners and township, trustees and people on the township board. And yeah, that's actually what they do. They get so many signatures, they get put on the ballot. They campaign, people vote, they get in. Is there tons of corruption? Tons and tons of corruption in our voting system on many levels? Yes. Yes. But I still believe that our local public officials are worried about getting elected. So, oh, Ladybug, if you're still here, God bless you too. Thanks for all the sharing that you're doing of my videos, and sweet 2A dreams to you too. 2A dreams are bad, guys. You go to bed with a 2A dream and you're like, oh, I dream of this gun. And then you just wake up and you're like, all right, I'm going to go buy it. And then you're completely broke and you can't pay any of your bills. So it's actually not good to have gun dreams because it's very expensive. But yeah, we should always have dreams about our God-given rights, though, and keeping America great, keeping America free, all of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Charles Darling, shout out to Dawn and Greg. Yes, 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 yes. Don Asper, Greg Moore Jr., these are good ones. And you guys are going to see this very soon. Look, I'm going to keep on putting out, and don't worry, guys, people that don't just come to my channel for politics and stuff, that's fine. I'm going to work double time. Gun videos are going to keep coming out. But every day next week, I'm probably going to put out 1 or even 2 videos a day. I'll try to space them out, And I'm going to keep showing you this meeting. You're going to see more just regular old everyday citizens and patriots. And you're also going to see some of the commissioners that are supposedly pro-2 gun arguing against the Second Amendment resolution. You're also going to see a couple of people really fighting for it. And there's basically 2 of them. 2 people got up there and actually argued for it. Now, if we can get there to be a vote, I think there might be a couple more that vote for it. But they're not going to vote for it because they're necessarily pro-2A. They're going to vote for it to get reelected. And that's fine. If we need to use them for that, that's fine. As soon as they go against it, now they're a hypocrite. Now they lose the election. Because I do believe that on the local level, people do actually, lose elections when they do a vote that was completely against their platform. I've seen it happen so many times. Poor conservative. How's it going, man? Who let him in here? Ramon Nieves. How you doing, buddy? When did you sneak in here? Geez, now the good people are starting to roll in. Yeah, Bill Alexander fought the commies in the 60s, now fighting them here. Isn't that completely crazy? Completely crazy. Oh, boy, Gary Peters. Up here, Caden. You must be from Michigan. Yeah, I get his emails too. I don't know how I'm on his list, but I am. Never donated a penny to him. Trust me. Trust me. Not a Gary Peters fan, guys, quite frankly. But he basically says Gary Peters emails his BS all the time after I send a letter asking to oppose any anti-gun legislation. That he responded by basically telling me to pound sand. Oh, yeah, pretty much. Hey, James for Senate, right? James versus Peters. He lost to what? Stabenow last time? Let's hope he can get Peters. We have to get something different in our United States Senate. Our United States senators in Michigan are completely atrocious to the Second Amendment. Like, just as bad as it gets. They could literally be Dianne Feinstein and Kamala Harris over there in California. You wouldn't notice any difference. The two senators from California vote exactly like the two senators from Michigan, 100% of the time. Pretty much all Democrat senators always vote anti-gun. And then 3/4 of the United States senators that are Republicans vote pro-gun. And then about 1/4 of the Republican senators are anti-gun or pro-red flag law. That's where it hurts. The Democrats always stand together every time against our guns. But we always have a decent amount, a handful at the very least. There's always at least a handful of Republican senators that want to go over to the other side. And then they always say, well, Joe Manchin from West Virginia. Look, all due respect to anyone here that's from West Virginia, but what the heck? Joe Manchin, are you kidding me? Joe Manchin supposedly the only pro-Second Amendment United States senator. Well, I'm going to call BS on that right now. Just because every year that I can remember in recent history, there's the Manchin-Toomey bill. Manchin and Toomey. You've got the Republican from Pennsylvania and the Democrat from West Virginia that put up the assault weapons ban. And they've been doing it, since Sandy Hook or a little bit before that? So the next person that tells me that Joe Manchin's pro-gun, sorry. But look, I'm not going to just tell you you're wrong. You're going to have to prove me wrong, okay? Joe Manchin's not pro-gun. I don't care what he says when he's running for election. He's just not. He's the co-sponsor of the assault weapons ban every single year, along with Senator Toomey, the senator from Florida. He introduced the red flag bill. The senator from North Carolina. Some of the most powerful committee chairs that are in the Republican Party, they're the ones that are completely and utterly not only supporting, but introducing the red flag bills. So it is not just the Democrats. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys another analogy. And basically, you know how I said I get so mad when there's the veteran that evokes his or her service as a reason to be able to confiscate our guns? I look at the same way with these senators and representatives. When it's the Republican representative and senator, 10 times more unacceptable for them because they run with a party that claims that it's pro-gun. It gets all the endorsements of all of the gun rights groups, right? Worse. In one sense, are they worse? No, they're the same. I get it. But they're worse because at least, and I'm gritting my teeth, guys. I'm biting my tongue. I will give Feinstein a little respect, just this much, because at least she said when she had the chance in America, if I would have had the votes, I would have taken them all. Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in. My tongue hurts. You guys know where I'm coming from, though, right? I give her no respect. But the one grain of respect I give her is at least she admits it. And then you've got these Republicans in office that go in there and say, oh, I'm pro-gun, blah, blah, blah. You'll never take my guns. You'll never take my AR-15, even they'll say. But I support red flag laws, which red flag laws are anti-gun, anti-due process, anti-privacy, violates almost the whole Bill of Rights and half of the amendments that follow after the Bill of Rights. And I could read them all, but I don't want to bore you guys. Literally. So I'm sorry. And look, I'm ripping on my state senators as much as anyone. So hopefully if you guys live in one of these great states, you guys can take it. It's nothing personal. Just like I don't take it as anything personal when you guys trash Stabenow and Peters. But you've got people like Lindsey Graham. And you've got people like Marco Rubio. These are Republicans in name. There's the R. You guys know what RHINO stands for, right? It's an acronym. Republican in name only. RINO. They support red flag laws. They don't just support it, they wrote it. You know, Rubio wrote the bill for red flag laws, put it up. He doesn't just support it, he wrote the darn thing. Graham, the powerful committee chairman. Power, power, power. United States veteran. He not only just supports, but he wrote the other bill. There's been different versions of these bills proposed, but there's always a Republican's name either right at the top or their name is at the very top. And that's where it sucks. All Democrats are against this, guys, all of them. But only some of the Republicans are for us. I'm just saying, not trying to be too doom and gloom, but I'm just saying, you know. The sound of Clara, you'll not take my guns. Good, good. Strike 9. What's happening, Strike 9? Let's see here. We're talking about different mixed strikes. Daniel DeLeon. You're a veteran, aren't you? Thank you for your service, sir. Look, I love veterans. I do. I do. If you're a veteran, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Unless or until you come up to me and you evoke your past career to take my guns. Then we're going to have some. But I know I don't have any of those guys in here. Maybe I do. You guys are welcome to be in here. That's fine. If you don't like me, you can be in here. There's always a couple people like that. Mateo, yes, I totally agree with you, man. He just said it best. I wish we had more Democrats in name only. What's up with that? How come we've never had a Democrat in name only even one time? But like at least on different issues, sometimes it seems like it's most of our Republican senators will just say and representatives are in name only. On other issues, they'll look okay. You know what I'm saying? But geez, oh peace, there's all these rhinos. It's like a thing, right? There's an acronym, rhino. What's the acronym for Democrats? That's the thing, guys. You guys are going to make me need a new tongue. I'm biting it so much tonight, but I have to give the Democrats just this much respect. They do stick together. They are true to themselves. And look, there's pro-gun Democrats that come in here too. So when I say Democrats, I'm talking about the Democrat Party, the people that are in power. You know what I'm saying? Raw Feeding 101. Thanks, man. Another super chat. You're making me feel guilty now, dude. But thank you very much. He says, I only have one firearm and I will not comply. And that's the right attitude. It doesn't matter if you guys don't own any firearms. Look, there's guys like me that might have a couple extras, if you know what I'm saying. If your head's in the game and you're a true patriot and you're there, you need one, there's enough to go around. In fact, there's way more than enough guns to go around. But like I've always said, these are inanimate objects. Guns aren't going to help us preserve anything. Absolutely nothing. In fact, guns in the wrong hands is going to impose tyranny and allow a dictator to form. So we need patriots more than we need guns. The guns, we need them, but we actually really need patriots. Because like I said earlier, this isn't really gun control. This is people control. This is patriot control. This is them brainwashing kids in school, totally rewriting history to where now we're considered the bad guys. To be patriotic and to believe that these found documents for the greatest experiment in self-governance that was ever even thought of at the time, and that there's probably ever been, that if you actually believe in that, and that you actually believe that like God gave you your rights and not the government, and if you believe that it's not only your right to physically repel off a tyrannical government, but your duty, they've slowly but surely changed it to where now we believe that you're out there if you think that way. It's nuts. It's completely nuts. These people are nuts, not us. We're not the nutty ones. You can go to so many countries throughout the world and see what happens when they took all their guns away. It usually isn't good. I can't think of any scenario where it was actually good at all. You go to England, for example. Now they're going after certain types of knives. Because guess what? As they got more of the guns off the street, now people are using knives. And they're able to like cut like so many people with a knife because there's nobody there in public to pull a gun and stop it instantly. Now people are ruling with knives as the supreme weapons. And then they're going to restrict those. And guess what? It'll be sticks and stones, and in prehistoric times people still killed each other, right? It's nothing about these inanimate objects. I mean, it is. But at the same time, it's not. It's people control. Look at red flag laws. They violate like 10 different core fundamental God-given rights, and only one of them is the right to keep and bear arms. So there you go. We need more patriots in this country, not just more guns. Heck, a decent percentage of these gun manufacturers end up getting exposed or come out as anti-gun. Heck, this one guy, and I'm not here just to blast people. You guys should know who these people are already. But this one guy that sells a bunch of accessories, a lot of people have probably bought stuff from him before. His wife is like one of the heads of Moms Demand Action. She's in like the top rank and file of Moms Demand Action and takes all the money that her husband makes selling gun accessories to us, donates it to Moms Demand Action so she can run around trying to disarm us. So yeah, as much as we quote unquote need more guns, no, we need more patriots. And that's why I'll take Raw Feeding 101 with me all day long, every day. You know what you use a pistol for? To get to your rifle. Anyone that's ever served will tell you that. Okay? A true fighting weapon when there's war going on isn't a pistol. But you know what? Raw Feeding 101, if we end up needing each other, you make your way here. You fight your way to me with that pistol. I'll give you the rifle you need. And there's probably 10 people in your hometown that will. You won't need to drive this far. But you know what I'm saying? So heck yeah, I'll take the guy with one gun that's a true patriot and has the right attitude and knows how to actually use it. Heck yeah. That's the exact kind of people that we need. And White Space Marines, don't think I didn't catch you. We need more guns too. Absolutely, we need more guns. 100% more guns, okay? But you guys know what I'm getting at. Just the guns alone? No. We just need more good, honest, hardworking, patriotic people. That's what we really need. Oh, the sound of Claire. Thank you so much. Another super chat. Me giving some money back because we took a lot from the T-tax. Oh my gosh. Since when were British people that funny? You guys aren't supposed to be funny. All right, that was my attempt at humor. Ask the poor conservative, okay, before you get mad at me, Claire. He'll vouch for me. He knows my sense of humor. Oh boy. Raw Feeding 101. Now I just need to get the rifle. But exactly though. I mean, here's the thing. All these guys that want to take our guns, they have rifles. Not a problem. Stalin had rifles. Did Joseph Stalin have rifles? Yeah. What, like, how many millions of Mosin Nagants were made? Tens of millions? Nah, you'll get your rifle, even though guns are expensive, man. And I know you're self-employed just like I am, and it can be tough sometimes, especially this time of season for me. Can't wait till it warms up. Actually, White Space Marine is awesome. Yes. Oh, geez. The English get a lot of practice making fun of the French. You know what's going to happen? Now my best subscriber, the person I thought was my best friend, they're going to come in there and they're going to say, hold on, dude, I'm French. I'm like, well, I didn't know you were French. I didn't see this from a mile away. How did I know you were French? Come on. There was some joke about French and why they don't have white undershirts, but I kind of forgot the rest of the joke. But yeah. So that's how it always works. Donald Coble, how's it going, man? Another Michigan guy. What the heck? Now there's a lot of patriots in Michigan. We got to get our acts together, guys. We really do. The fact that we have 2 Democrat national senators, we got all these people on the Monroe County Commissioners Board that won't just pass a little supportive resolution. Ooh, we got to get our acts together. We really, really do. You know what? Thank you so much. How am I going to pronounce your name? AMATS3. Thank you. Patriots are everywhere. We just don't get any press. It's been a massive firearm smear campaign for decades. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know how I can prove you're right? I went into Monroe, Michigan, downtown, put out videos alerting people about it. You know, YouTube gives me this little number. You have this many subscribers. You have this many viewers. I knew somebody was watching, but who really cared? I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought I might go in there and 1 or 2 or 3 people might go in there. No, a lot more than that came. So you're right. I can prove there's a lot of patriots all around us, but we don't even know anything about each other. I mean, we do. Thankful for streams like this. I'm like I've said earlier, You know how lucky I am to get to hang out with all you guys, to have this many patriots in a chat room. I was even more lucky to sit there with some real life dudes. I shook you guys' hands, and man, God bless you guys that are here tonight, the ones I met in person. There's a lot of us, but it's been getting suppressed for a long time. Okay, Chris is here. It's scrolling fast. Chris Bell, that is from Carlton. Awesome, man. My brother lives in Carlton. That's right there in the neighborhood. Nice. Carlton's a heck of a nice area, actually, out in the country. A little country-ish. Heck yeah, man. Okay, what are we talking here? SKS versus, somebody did a versus. I already know that. Okay, Dororo. Michigan guy, right? Mosin versus SKS. Which would you pick to be more versatile and practical? Well, I'm going to say both, but you can't say that, right? Well, I would say probably the SKS, but if I had a squad, and those are my only two choices, I would certainly want at least one person in the squad to be fielding a Mosin, right? Certainly 54R, with the much longer barrel, has a lot longer legs than an SKS. So I guess I'd probably take the SKS on a personal level, or I don't know. If I had to be the Mosin guy in the squad, I'd do it. I'm pretty accurate with my Mosins, actually, guys. For those of you that don't know, I'm a huge milsurp guy. SKS, very first gun, back in the early 90s, just before the first AWB took effect. Didn't have much money back then. Still don't, but especially not back then. And saved up cutting grass. Like $5 a lawn. I'm not even kidding you. Saved it up $5 at a time. Bought that SKS. Still have it to this day. Love the SKS. Mosins, I have quite a few of those too that I bought when they were just like cheaper than what should have even been possible back then. So, yeah. You know, that's a good one, actually. So, yeah, it's kind of a lot of guys are going to say SKS. And certainly, if I had a squad, I would want most people to have the SKS. But you got to have one or two Mosin guys. You got to. 54R versus 7.62 by 39, completely different rounds. I don't care what anyone says. They're just completely different rounds. And they're both very, very useful. Two different platforms altogether. So, probably a really long answer to a question nobody cared about. But if you want to know my opinion on it, it's both. Now, obviously, if we can have every caliber there is in the whole world, well, we're going to switch it up. But from the OP's question is, Mosin, SKS, I'll be the Mosin guy in the squad. I'm actually really accurate with them. I'm good at the iron sights, too. I've been shooting ladder sights and the little teeny front sight post. I grew up shooting com block guns. Not that I didn't like the AR. I couldn't afford an AR. Back in the early 90s, the SKS was $100, and the AR was like $1,000. You know what's happened since then? The AR has gone down less than half price, and the SKS has gone up like 3 or 4 fold. So it's kind of it's totally reversed itself. But you guys that have been in guns for quite a while, it's not that we were commies back in the early 90s, okay? If we wanted a gun, like a semi-automatic, you know, actual battle-worthy gun, you went to the SKS or the Mosin back then, or the Kalashnikov, right? Because you just couldn't afford an AR-15. At least me and none of my friends could. We loved the AR-15. Are you kidding me? We'd look forward to going to the parades that would go through downtown Monroe and watching the servicemen and the flag corps and all that. Of course we loved the AR. We just couldn't freaking afford one. They were like $1,000. You didn't have a Bear Creek Arsenal back then. You didn't have a Radical Firearms. You didn't have a Palmetto. And when I say 1,000, I think I'm under-exaggerating. I think they were more than 1,000 in the early 90s for a Colt AR. You guys know what I'm saying? Just could not afford them. I just ate a $1.89 bag of Doritos in like 10 minutes. Is that because of my is my stream that bad? You're literally comfort eating to get rid of your misery? Dang, man. All right, guys. I'm literally forcing people to eat comfort food. I think it's time to get off for the night. Now, I'm going to read a couple more comments and take a quick 5-minute break. And thank you, Robert. I appreciate the support, man, with the thumbs ups. I really do, because if I know people are having a good time, it makes me just, feel like it's worth doing, right? I'm not on here to prove nothing to you guys. Just trying to maybe reinforce stuff you guys already know and just have a good time, There he is, Josh Benware. What's up, man? How you doing? Nice to see you. You walked right in, just so you know, Josh. when I said I'd be the Mosin guy and let someone else be the, we only had two choices in the scenario. You're going into battle, Mosin versus SKS. And I said, well, in a squad, you should have mainly SKS and probably one or two Mosins. And I said, I'll take one for the team. I'll be the Mosin guy. So someone walks right in the middle of that conversation. They're going to look at me like, ooh, this guy literally thinks the Mosin the gun is the best gun in the whole world to bring into battle. Well, maybe it is, but no, that's not what I'm saying. Maybe it is, though. There you go. Great Laker. How's it going, man? Just saw you pop in here. He's saying, got an unissued Russian for $150. See, back in the day. And they are good rifles. And I'll be quite frank with you guys. They're not sponsoring me to say this, but classic Firearm. Touch it, but it's right over there, just out of eyesight. Those $300 Chinese SKSs they have right now, they're nice. They're nice. I don't know anyone else that has them for that price. But yeah, that's still a good deal. If you look at today's dollars, really with inflation, it's not a whole lot more expensive than it was back in the early 90s. I mean, maybe a little bit, but you guys know what I'm saying. Back in the 1990s. You guys are about my age, huh? I mean, I'm 26, so you guys are doing the math. He's 26, so he bought his first SKS when he was 2. Well, maybe, but how was I mowing lawns when I was 2? So you guys got me on that one. Yes, Leonard Mason. I heard this from somebody earlier. Maybe it was you, but someone in the comments said Mackinac County is now a 2A sanctuary. Awesome. We tried to be the first one in Michigan, guys. We could have done it on Tuesday in Monroe. Not yet. But you know what? I didn't want to be the first. I just wanted to get it going. So, Mackinac County, you may be the first one that I'm aware of. You guys got the ball rolling. Way to pick up our slack, man. And I truly mean that. Not that we didn't fight just as hard as you guys did. Don't take that the other way either. But, hey, I'm glad somebody had our back and was able to get the ball rolling. Because like Sho just said, does anyone live in Mackinac County? Well, hold on. 9 people live there. Okay. All 9 were on the board, and they were all patriots. So there you go. I think there is 9 people that live in Mackinac County. I think I saw 8 or 9 there once. Yep. Emmett County too. Yep. Yeah, there's a couple of them in Michigan that just went. You know what's going to be so funny? When I go back to the next meeting, I'm going to be like, you guys could have all had your name in the paper. Michigan's first pro 2A sanctuary county. You all could have got reelected, but now it's just not that simple. Don't think I'm not going to say that to them either. I might literally say exactly that on the microphone, like literally. Or whatever comes to mind at the moment, because that's kind of how I am. I can't remember me ever having a script on any of these videos, guys, or in any of my public speeches or whatever. Nah. I don't think I know how to read fast enough to read from a script. So instead, I just wing it. Why not? Charles Darling, buy a build from an 80% lower, way cheaper. It can be cheaper, and it also can make it where you can keep some more of your privacy, right? Speaking of privacy, we need to get rid of that pistol registry, Michigan guys. Call all your Michigan representative senators. Repeal the Michigan pistol registry. The RI-60s, they're unconstitutional. They're an infringement upon our rights. They're an undue burden. Let's work on sanctuary this year in Michigan, and let's work on getting rid of that stupid pistol registry. Don't even get me started on that. Charles Darling's drinking a beer and listening to his guy. He must be listening to a good radio program. Okay, so he's listening to a good radio program, and he's just watching this one. I hear you, man. What's Beretta Man talking about here? What are you up to? Poor conservative. Is Beretta Man behaving himself in here? I know Jeremy Wilson's being good, but watch Beretta Man for me. You never know what that guy's up to. Garage Guy 879. Best wishes for Michigan, but the 2A thing in Virginia isn't. Governor Stalin and his Bloomberg buddies just keep bulldozing Senate bills. It sucks, too, because all these people went to the rally. The good thing about the rally was this. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people got to have fellowship with fellow patriots. From what I saw, everyone was having a good time. Our side even picked up all the trash on the street before we left, right? When I say our side, I wasn't in Virginia. I just mean our people, right? Probably did like a perfect job at the rally, but like too perfect because it was so perfect and nothing went wrong. And that's awesome. I didn't want anyone to misbehave necessarily. I didn't want Antifa to be throwing urine on our people. So I'm glad about that. But here's the problem. The day after the rally, it went so good. They were so over budget because they didn't even have to pay the street sweepers that they were going to pay to pick up the trash. We picked up so much of it. Northam went, we now have another $100,000 in the budget because they left the streets so clean. We can expedite these Senate bills even faster. And then he passed every single thing that he was threatening to pass and just piled on a whole bunch more. Our people are good people, like Charles Darwin said. We are, but we were so good that they just sat there on their hill. And like I said earlier, to digress a minute, in Monroe County, all the counties, you sit down here, and then they sit up on this dais. Same thing in the Capitol. The street's down here, and then the Capitol building's up on the hill. So they looked down on us from that hill, and they said, oh, we had a rally. Look, we didn't even have to pay to pick up the trash. Oh, isn't that cute? All right, I'll say aye, nay. All right, 20 Senate bills passed. We have extra money in the budget because we didn't even need to clean the streets. Let's pass 20 more. That's what it felt like happened. And then I saw blatantly some of the Democrats, some that aren't even from Virginia, like AOC and all them, they were on there. Oh, we had a rally. Isn't that cute? That was cute. They literally thought we were cute, they said. Like cute in a demeaning way, right? Give me a break. Give me a break. But whatever. I mean, give me a break like with AOC and all them. I wasn't ripping on our own people. But that is actually what happened, though, guys, literally. So you guys can take that for what it's worth. I don't have any answers for you guys. I'm not smart enough to answer these kind of questions. Am I glad that it went peacefully and it went really well? Yeah, I actually am. I'm very glad. I didn't want one single patriot to get hurt or to die. I didn't want that to happen at all. But in the same token, it almost seems like it went too good because it didn't even slow them down. It felt like it sped them up. Now, look, guys, I'm smart enough to know the difference. I'm not too smart, but I'm smart. There's not maybe a direct correlation. Maybe these are just two totally different things, I don't know. Maybe if we would have been totally unruly and out of bounds, they would have passed them even quicker. But are you guys kind of struggling with the same thing I am? We went there. We did good. We did too good. What do you guys think? I'm not trying to dictate anything to you guys. I'm just thinking about it, I know none of you guys are going to have a quick answer in here either. It's more complicated than that, but that's kind of what I think of the rally. Like, I'm so happy it went good, but it went so good they just laughed at us. But they might have laughed at us anyways, and then I go back in a circle again. So I'll just shut up for now. But the whole thing's complicated. It really, really is. Oddball the Righteous, welcome. Just saw you sneak in here. How's it going? We have, I just thought I saw someone else new popped in here. 03, Tufal Hunden, Semper Fi. Sounds like we have another Marine in here. Nice. People thought that they were going to set certain people up. There was a lot of people thinking that was going to happen in the rally too. We have Mike Bomarito, welcome. Okay. Yep. Oddball's got it right, actually. I think so. I mean, there is no right answer, but let's just say this is a good comment. He says it's a lose-lose. He or she says it's a lose-lose for those of humble nature. Politicians only list the one thing, money. P.S. I'm doing well. That's good to hear. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of one of those. You're danged if you do and you're danged if you don't, as the old saying goes. There's a reason that's a saying, isn't there? I was concerned it was shot up too. I really was. Lose. Now, you guys are talking about some stuff in Michigan here. We've got Ammo Wizard. What's happening, man? Shojas says, I found out that Michigan keeps the sell on your registry. I got a printout of all of my guns, and there were tons that I sold still on there. So I refuse to turn them in anymore. There you go. And look, The firearms guy, Dan, he did a video on this. Oh, guys, he's from Michigan. He doesn't know who I am. I've actually tried to contact him before. I'm like, dude, you're another YouTuber in Michigan. Maybe we could do a video together talking about Michigan gun rights. He doesn't answer me. I'm not famous enough for him to acknowledge. But I will digress because I like him. I'm not jealous of him. I'm just literally saying, and take my email or take my call, as the saying goes. But he did a video a while back saying that if you have a Michigan CPL and an out-of-state CPL, you don't have to register completely legally. And I know the AG put out an opinion on it too. So I'm not a lawyer. I can't give you guys legal advice. But if you're hearing it from the first time, anyone in Michigan, go look it up. I know Dan, the firearm guy, he did a video on it. And yeah, lots of stuff you can find out about it if you Google the topic. But I've been talking to a lot of Michigan guys lately. They're like, dude, we have no idea what you're talking about. So I just wanted to plant that seed. You guys can, there's info out there. If you just Google it, 2 CPLs to avoid the Michigan pistol registry. No, I'm just letting you guys know what's a thing. I'm not going to give you legal advice. I just can't. But yeah, look it up if you know what I mean, Show. Just Ammo Wizard. You look it up too. What's happening, man? Thank you so much for the super sticker. I'm just checking it out. That's the one where he turns around and is he shaking his butt at me? All right. Well, thanks for the $2, man. Those things are kind of funny, aren't they? They're so goofy. That little green dude on the brownies for my fat. How's it going? Nice to see you. Ooh, the sound of Claire buys cannon. I'm gonna switch sides, you old hag queen. The queen is pretty old, isn't she? Show just the most they can do is find you 250. So he gives them the finger. There you go. No, I appreciated him, a wizard. Another Michigan guy, right? But yeah, man. No, there's some people that say, even some legal experts that say that if you have 2 CPLs, like one from, say, Arizona issues out of state, and in Michigan, you're exempt from it. Wait a minute. What's Jeremy talking about here? Oh, his G2C. Okay, he's saying, same, brother, man, especially as my wife got me my G2C as a Christmas gift. Oh, man, that thing's priceless, isn't it? Wow, what a good woman she was, man. Man, how lucky were you? Do you know how many guys don't ever get a gun from their wife for Christmas? Yep, she was a good one, Jeremy. You're a lucky man. You still are lucky, too, just so you know. Man. Oh, yeah, I saw the... Yeah. Yeah, has anyone seen the Terran Tactical video? Yes, I saw the 3 videos. Beautiful young lady in there. I will say that. She was a looker, isn't she? But yeah, that video is something else. So you guys can talk about that if you want. I like to keep this channel family friendly, so I'll just let you guys chat all you want about the Terran Tactical. But she's a good looking lady. I'll just say that. Hard to find one much cuter than her. Michigan needs constitutional carry. Absolutely. Absolutely they do. 100%. Yeah, oddball. I agree with you. Here's the problem with politicians. They know we want fire upon them unless they outright try to take. And even if we do prevent them from breaking the law, then they're going to use the law to prosecute us. Yeah. And you know what? For those of you guys that were at the county commissioners meeting, that's one thing that Dawn Asper said. That's why I'm going to put her in the class as public servant more than I would just politician. She said, look, here's the problem with these laws. They pass all these laws, anti-gun laws, red flag laws, and these are unjust laws, and these are illegal laws. But unless, I think is how she said it, the courts end up overturning them later, they still prosecute people under them. People still lose their livelihoods, their families, their lives over these laws. Sometimes later on, they get out and out overturned. But in the meantime, people lose their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And I thought that's the definition of a public servant, where she actually got up there. Yes, she was sitting above us on the diocese, but she looked down and said, you know what, guys? We need to protect the Second Amendment specifically by name in a resolution, because if we don't, they could pass a totally illegal law, and unless or until it's overturned, It's going to just totally destroy people's lives. God bless Don Asper. God bless Greg Moore Jr. The rest of you guys, I just don't know. Get out there and vote. Next Monroe County Commissioners meeting, vote, vote, vote. Until you vote, I'm going to withhold any praise for you. I'm not going to slander people either. I'm not going to say anything that's not true. But I'm not just going to take your word for it. Get up there and vote. They passed some alternate resolution that had nothing to do with the Second Amendment. Don and Greg Moore voted no. They said, no, we're voting no because that's not what we were here that we were supposed to vote on. That's why I can call those two patriots. Trust me, guys, they didn't just feed me a better line of BS than the others. I got witnesses in here that were in that meeting. 2 county commissioners actually placed a vote and said, nope, we're not going to go along with this. Bull crap, whatever, just to appease people. We're going to vote up and down on the Second Amendment only. So those two, I'm going to call patriots unless or until they prove me wrong. I don't anticipate they ever will, and I sure hope they don't. So, you know what I'm saying? Tree guy, you taking off? All right, man. Good night. Nice to see you, man. Always appreciate you having here. Tree guy is one of them guys, and there's quite a few of you in here still. That, man, back when I would do these streams, it kind of seems like a long time ago, but it was probably, you know, I don't know, 8-9 months ago. I'd do a stream, and I'd have 15 people. I'd have 18 people, 9 people, and some of you guys are still here. And I love meeting all the new guys. I totally do. But there's something about like a tree guy or, you know, like who else have we got in here? Mateo. We've got, you know, Cave Dave's here tonight. Albert McCall. Some of these guys, they've been around for a long, long time. I saw Strike 9 a little bit earlier. I don't know if he's still in here. I'm just giving a shout out to some of the original guys. Orion Fixer, are you lurking? There's about 6 or 7 of them that were literally here, guys, when I had like 40 subs, and I'd come on and I'd stream and I'd talk just like I do now. And we still had tons of fun, though, with 8 or 9 of us. It was crazy. Totally awesome. Did I see another super chat? Oh, Santa Clara, another 5 for the Stamp Act tax. Forgot about that one. Ooh, the Stamp Act. Okay. Now she's going to have to empty her bank account for Benedict Arnold. Nah, I'm totally joking. You've been so generous. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And just so you guys know, any and all of these super chats, they're going right back in the channel. I'm not making profit. I get a little revenue from a couple different things, but I just dump it right back in. Try to give you guys a variety of videos, whether it's reviewing gear or just talking about rights and politics, putting gas in my car to drive around. So I do appreciate you guys being able to help me out. I do. Tactical Review's dozing out. See, I put one to sleep, guys. So there you go. All right, good night, Tactical Review. I appreciate you being here, man. Oh, there's Orion. There he is. See? He's been around from the beginning, though. Dauntless Defense. There he is. What's happening, man? A little bit late. Johnny Powell's here. Johnny Powell's been around for quite a while. There's another old school one. Holy crap. Ooh. Jeez. AMATS3 says, hold on, it just scrolled on me, from the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Ooh. Ooh, that's harsh. That does suck. I didn't laugh because it was like, you know what I mean, why I laughed. You're the one that said it. Come on, dude. You made me laugh at your state, but it's your fault because the way you worded it, okay? Ooh. Chris Belden, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And here you go. I'll reenact it, guys. Did I do it right? Wait, no, hold on. I missed something. Hold on. I missed the cheeky grin. For those of you that aren't looking at the chat, you're like, what the heck is he doing? You got to follow the chat, and you guys will know what I'm doing. Oh, my is a mess. I need to get my hair cut. Oh, you're a woman. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Was I calling you dude or bro or something? Don't worry about it. When I say, hey, guys, how's it going? I mean, guys, like, look, if my wife's sitting there in the room, look, if it's like my wife, my mom, my brother, my daughter, my dad, all in the same room, I walk in and I'm like, hey, guys, what's up? So my hair isn't technical enough. Give me a break. Come on, this hair is tactical. With hair like this, you don't even need a firearm. They're just like, ooh, a homeless dude. We could catch fleas, and they just automatically scatter. So I guess that is a tactic. Some guy's going to come in here and, Cave Dave, you're not a woman. Don't try to fool me. I already know about her, okay? No, he didn't say that. I just had to mess with him because I saw his name there. End it. Llama hype. Yeah, well, yeah, actually. Quite frankly, yeah. There is a softer side to 2AEDU. I do like animals, and I do like this llama. I really, really do. Ooh, let's see here. Chris Kessinger sent me some roses. Thank you. I have no roses to send back, but I can present to you the llama. So, hi, Chris. I don't have roses, but I do have a llama. The sound of Claire. I identify as a pretty man. Okay. Look, it's hard for me to tell what like gender people are on here. Not that it even matters, but the way it is, I don't know how much you guys can see like on your phones or computers. But when I'm just doing this, I'm not using software. I'm just streaming from the actual YouTube website. So off to the right here, there's a narrow strip where it's like black on the background. So your avatars aren't really showing up very well. So unless you've like been around forever and I have you memorized, I just have to guess. Like, I'm going to guess Chris Kessinger is a chick because it's a K Chris. Now, it'd be CHRIS if it was a guy. But that's me totally guessing, right? So I kind of guess sometimes. But if I say, what's up, guys, or what's up, dude? Yeah, I talk to like women like that, period, because who cares, right? But it is kind of funny. Let's see here. Donald Cobal's like, yeah, I agree. But you know what, though? There's guys that spell their name K-R-I-S-T. See, you guys just confuse me with all your names nowadays. I don't know. What do you think, Lamy? See, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. $9.99 super chat. Only because I misgendered. Thank you for forgiving me. That is funny. I got the thank you emoji after I screwed up, but that's awesome. Ooh, the poor conservative points an arrow right at himself and says, toxically masculine. There we go. Yeah, Dororo. As far as I'm concerned, dude is unisex and gender neutral. That's how I mean it. A lot of times it's somebody's intent, right? My intent is good with all you guys. I'm going to take like just a 2-minute break and come back. So if you guys have any questions, and I do have a little teaser. Any of you guys into this kind of stuff? Does anyone know what this is? Ashley Patterson, Ashley from Michigan. See, now you're messing with me because I'm going to totally say that's a girl's name, 100%. But I do know a couple of guys named Ashley too. You're just going to mess with me like constantly now for the rest of the night. All right, I'm going to show this real brief with you guys just as a teaser for some videos that are going to come. And nobody's at the door again. I ran them off. I'm going to kick their butt later off camera. See, Ashley's a guy. I told you. I know guys that aren't Ashley's too. See, you guys are literally going to mess with me. But you know what it is a lot of times too? Is a dude's using his old lady's account or she's using her guy's account, boyfriends. You guys are just going to laugh at me. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Just laugh at me for 5 minutes. Get it all out, and I'll be back. All right. All right, I'm back. But I was spying on you guys. So here's how this went. Phone in one hand, watching you guys rip on me, okay? Drunk neighbor by the scruff of the neck in the other, casually into the snowbank to cool him off. So he'll probably wake up in just enough time for the stream to be over and then knock on my door again. But it's all right. We got him. He's just cooling off. Don't worry, I didn't do anything that bad to him. He just needed to cool off for a minute, but it was no problem. And now I'm looking through here, and one guy identifies as an A10 warthog, and he just wants you to go, boo. Okay. See, now you guys are all messing with me. Is there any dudes in here? Is there any chicks in here? I mean, what's going on? I identify as an AR-15, one says. Albert McCall, pee in a bucket. There you go. I'm just catching up on the chat that I started here on my phone, guys. 2A EDU like the NSA. Yep. Somebody said a punt gun. That's an old school guy with a punt gun. Jeez, you're a tough dude if you're carrying a punt gun. Ooh. You shooting that by yourself? Oddball the righteous. See you, boys and girls. There, boys and girls. Thank you. On your way out, now I can completely and utterly properly sex everyone, gender all of them. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's pretend we're in middle school. Who's a chick in here? And if you are, you have to prove it. No. Terran Tactical already did that video. I'm sorry, guys. That was a bad joke. That was a totally bad joke. But you guys that saw that video, you actually know what I'm talking about. Oh, that video. That was something else. Okay, the sound of Claire's a woman. Neo Lexington. How's it going? It's definitely a man. How's it going, man? You guys are literally just cracking me up, which is funny. That's quite frankly why I do this show. And then Ashley Patterson said, look up the MMA fighter. Look, I'm way too tough for the MMA. You think I fool around with weak stuff like that? Come on, dude. I mean, come on. MMA? Are you kidding me? I've got a tactical llama here. Do you think I need any MMA fighters on my team? No, this is all I need. So, no, I'm not a big MMA guy. I didn't know, but I will definitely look that up. Is the Sound of Claire a famous singer? Is that what I'm kind of... Okay. I'm definitely going to... Are you on YouTube? I'm definitely going to look up the Sound of Claire later, and it sounds like I suggest all of you guys do the same thing. Speaking of which, where'd Raw Feeding go? Are you still here? That's an awesome channel, guys. He had a live stream earlier, too. That's another good channel. There's so many good channels in here. Treyar, hey, champ. I didn't say, that. I didn't say I'm tough. I just said I don't need MMA when I have llama, okay? Beretta Man's back. He found out there was chicks in here, and he's back. Beretta Man. You better be a man. No, I know Beretta Man. Beretta Man has a channel to prove it, too. Is the UP full of liberals? I heard they was encroaching in some of those cities just north of the bridge. That's what some Upers have told me lately. But for the most part, I don't think so. Michigan Watch says, I do need a broke down rodeo clown. Do we have one of those in here? If we do, then it looks like we're all set, right? All right, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat real quick here. Okay, Great Laker had to go give his son some auto buying advice. That sounds like fun. Sounds like expensive. Somebody said something about independent dairy earlier in here. And if they did, they're definitely a Monroe, Michigan person. That would be completely true. Oh, Cave Dave. Yeah, that is exactly what he said. That is literally exactly what he said. Like 100%. Treyar. Yeah, independent dairy. Oh, yeah. They have some great milk, don't they? Oh, yeah. I don't have any pizza. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Chris build it. Thanks, Poor Conservative. Yeah, so we got another Monroe guy or Monroe County area. But look, guys, I can't show any guns, but I can show, a part. Look what I got here. I have a whole video planned just for this alone, so I'm not going to tease you guys too much here, but look at this. This is pretty cool. So I definitely have some projects with this. You guys can only start to guess, but I'm going to do kind of an obvious project with it. I have something pretty cool planned too. Like definitely something pretty cool that I'm sure somebody's done it. Like probably one of you guys have done, but I'm going to make a Glock configuration. It's a little bit unconventional, but I think quite useful. And yeah, it just sucks, guys. I want to show you like the other parts. I really, really do, but I just can't do it. So, yeah, got some fun projects planned here with these plastic tubes. Yeah, hit you up. I don't really know how to get a hold of a lot of you guys. I do have IG. You can direct message me there. It's 2A__edu. I know that's a correct name, but I tried for 2A_edu. It was taken. I tried 2A__edu. That was taken. So it's 2A__edu. You can instant message me there. You guys can email me at glockshooter79, the number 7 and 9, glockshooter79 at gmail.com. So yeah, hit me up, some of the local guys. I definitely like to get some local guys to hang out again. Some of you guys I just met the other day. I'm sure we'll meet again for sure. Kyle, welcome. And a Glock chambered for 9x18 Makarov. Now that would be nice. If someone knows how to pull that off, I'll be the first person to try it. That's a little bit beyond my pay grade, but I will definitely try it if somebody can give me the expert consulting advice on how to do it. Let's see here. Mark Horde, what's happening, Mark? Nice to see you, man. Did you just sneak in here? I will not comply. Yeah, it won't show anything. There you go. Because if I show, look, I think you're just joking with me. I hope you are. I won't prove anything, guys. If I grab a gun right now and show it, we can have fun for 5 minutes. Then the stream's over. Then I get a strike on my account. So actually, if I show anything during the stream, I'm actually going to be able to show less. Because then I won't even be able to do my standalone videos where I freely show. So, yeah, I know you were joking. No, it does suck, though. And I know you were joking, Mark, but, yeah, I've actually thought about that. Maybe I think too much, but I have actually thought about that. I'm like, man, kind of feel like a hypocrite. I won't comply. Well, that's with laws. YouTube policies are just policies, right? But it's like, if I do it, I can go out like, is that the hill I want to die on? Do I want to pick one up right now? Get my whole account just thrown out the window? Then I can never show one again. And I'm not responding to you, Mark. I know you were joking, but I have actually thought about that. And it's just not worth it right now. It's just not. And plus, I'm a little bit selfish, and I just really enjoy hanging out with you guys. And I would hate to get kicked off of here. And, I'm hanging out with what? It says 56 of my buddies right now. All my dudes and my chicks and my women and my peeps and my whatever you guys are. Some of you guys are identifying as all kinds of stuff, and I don't even care. Okay, let's see here. Great Eagle saying, hey, man, set up for D Live. It's really not bad for streaming and reaching out. And again, if you guys know some things, you guys are helping me a ton. Hit me up with an IG instant message. Leave a comment on one of my recent videos. You can't share links to any sites that sell like 30-round magazines or certain types of guns. They won't let those links through in the YouTube comments. So IG, send me an email. If you guys have stuff that can help me, then help me out. I appreciate it, guys. I don't know what the right answer. It just sucks. I'm not your pal, friend. I'm not your buddy, pal. See how you guys are? See how you guys are? That's all right. I ain't too worried about you guys because of, here's the thing. I ain't worried about none of you guys because of reasons, okay? You guys can't do nothing. You couldn't even if you wanted to, so just keep ripping on me. It's all good. It's all good. I've got my security force in place. Oh, there he is. There he is. The Texas Outlaw. I'm not your pal, guy. Yeah, listen here, buddy. You know who you're talking to, pal? Oh boy, the Texas outlaw. BD. I'm your buddy. How's it going, BD? Jeez, oh peace. I leave myself open for all this stuff, don't I? But that's all right. I leave myself open. You guys want to gang pile me? And then I just say, all right, you all need to go lay down because of reasons. And then it's just all over. So I'm in a pretty good situation here. I'm definitely. Bill Alexander, tell him you just want PayPal. Awesome. Awesome. All right. New policy, guys. Totally new policies, okay? Raymond Williams, welcome. I'll answer that in 1 second. But you guys are all going to get to blame Bill Alexander. From here on out, I only answer comments and hang out with people who PayPal me. And it's not my fault. Bill Alexander gave me the idea. So, all right. Let's see here. I don't see any PayPal yet, so I can't. Good questions that I can't respond to because you guys. All right. I was able to hold it together for 5 minutes. I gave up. All right. I'll answer your questions. See, I try to come off serious and then I just laugh because whatever. Somebody asked, what's just more potent round? The 7.62 by 25 or the 5.7? 7.62 by 25, in my opinion, all day, every day, depending on what the barrel is, of course, but I'm going to go with 7.62 by 25. And people can tell me I'm wrong, but oh yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of the Tokarev round. 22s are pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, but I'll take my 30 Tokarev. Now, barrel lengths play a different role. So if I have my PPS 43 with over a 10-inch barrel, are we talking 10-inch barrel versus 10-inch barrel? Are we talking 5-inch barrels? So barrel lengths totally change things, but just in the generally speaking way, I'll take the Tokarev round. But that's just me. Pete Beckett. My email is blackshooter79@gmail.com. Hold on. My microphone's right in front of me. Let me get to the keyboard here. I have a Facebook page, guys. I'm not very good at it. I tried to post my video today, and I couldn't get the thumbnail to show up. Apparently, I have no idea how to use Facebook, and it's kind of hard to get into. Now, when you have a Facebook page like I set up, it's harder to use than a personal page. It's weird. You guys that have actual brand pages, you know what I'm talking about. It's much more difficult. But I have a page. If you guys want to follow me over there on Facebook, please do. Just be patient with me. It's going to take me a little bit to really be able to be any kind of content creator over there, you know? Okay, I think I got that right. Okay, there's my email I just put in there. Let's see here. Okay, Chris is talking about in Livonia, Michigan, trying to get some people together. Liberty Builders and Tactical. Livonia, Michigan, please connect there for planning for a more long-term plan. Let's get organized and together for shooting. I do want to organize a shoot, guys. I really, really do, so we can hang out and have some fun. I'm just kind of new at this, and I have to figure out the logistics of it, really. What else have we got in here? Ooh, Bloody Yank extorting people from PayPal. I tried to extort for 30 seconds. I just couldn't keep a straight enough face to really pull it off. But Sound of Claire, I totally tried, okay? Johnny Powell thinking about getting a CZ. When he returns to Florida, can't make up my mind between the regular 75 and the SP01. I'm not a big CZ guy. I have the regular, per se, and I don't have an SP. So hopefully someone else has already helped you on that, man. Cave Dave and the non-Michigan guys that are getting kicked to the curb, LOL. No, and that's the thing with that little, the series I'm doing. You guys that have watched it, I hope you agree. Me knowing Michael Sions a little bit, you know, out of YouTube per se, like we've talked, you know, I just asked him, I said, coming off, because here's the thing, I don't want to just do Michigan videos. Like, I do especially need to focus on Michigan, and I will, but I think that these Michigan Monroe County commissioners meetings that I'm putting up, I think they're applicable to everybody in the whole United States, and I hope it helps all of you guys with your sanctuary counties, because really, there's going to be differences from county to county, but if you have a county that's giving you trouble in New York or in California or in Illinois or in Florida, right? You might run into the same kind of stuff we're running into in Michigan here. And you guys are going to have patriots are going to come up and give their little speeches and inspire you. And maybe some of you guys would like to get up there and give your little speech, but you're not sure what to say. So I'm hoping that these videos that I'm putting out are for everybody in the United States, because it's weird. It's like I tell you, right? Like, of course, I'm especially going to be working in Michigan, but I'm actually especially for the whole United States, because let's just say all 49 states besides Michigan turn communist, just hypothetically, but we're the perfect state. Michigan can't hold off the other 49. And let's just say something more obvious. Say you live in Montana, and I have no doubt that your gun rights are completely perfect. Montana can't fend off the other 49. But I'll tell you what, though, if there's 30 or 40 states or 45 states that are all on the same page, well, yeah, we better be able to fend off the other 5, regardless of how many people live there. So, yeah, it's kind of like one of those both scenarios. I'm both 100% focused on Michigan, while at the same time, I'm 100% focused on everybody, because I'm an American just like all you guys, you know? I mean, I think most people in here are Americans, maybe not. And Gray Eagle, see, I told you. I live in Montana. And am I right? I have no doubt. Look, I don't even really follow Montana gun rights. You know why? Because I've never even heard of a Montana gun control bill. Has there ever even been a Montana gun control bill recently? And if there is, please tell me. I'm totally not being sarcastic. If you guys are fighting for your rights in Montana, I was not making fun of you. I'm being dead serious. I'm pretty sure Montana probably has about as good of gun rights as you could possibly have. By the way, I'm kind of getting jealous. I kind of wish I was. I'm not going to give up on Michigan. Don't worry. I just wish I could be right now where I just don't have to give an F. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm big sky country, right? Let's see here. The Texas Outlaw. Are you up to no good now? We just got the poor Okay, look, Michael Science. Here's the deal, man. I finally got the poor conservative to finally behave himself in here. Okay? Finally. And then you roll in. And now you're starting all the trouble. Come on, man. Oh, geez. You get poor conservative and the Texas Outlaw together, things are never going to end up completely good. But that's what I like about them. And that's why I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's see here. Chris is saying, just found me on YouTube, would like a quick bio, now a permanent friend. Okay. Quick bio on me. Let's see here. The most important thing to know about me is this. I have a llama. A well-armed llama that does have its own AK. That's probably all you need to know, because that's the main reason why anyone would come here. But, nah, I'm just a regular dude. There's really not a bio about me, you know? I'm not a tactical training guy. I've never served. And I'm not a cop. I'm not any kind of authority on anything. I'm not a college professor. I'm just a regular old dude that just truly cares about our gun rights. Truly, truly cares about all of our God-given rights and liberties. I'm pretty passionate about it. I like to rant about it. I like to try to just, throw some of my ideas out there, and maybe it'll just motivate one person, or one person was just kind of needed a little encouragement. That's what I like to do. I also completely love guns, even though I think our rights are the most important thing, because without our rights, we're back to that whole inanimate object thing once again. But I truly do have a passion for firearms and the history of them. I like to do reviews on old milsurps. I love a pre-1898 Mosin Nagant, and there's one right over there that I used to show in streams. I technically still could, but I bet you YouTube wouldn't know the difference, and they'd still kill the stream. But technically, it's not a firearm. It's pre-1898. But I digress. I love doing reviews and talking about modern firearms, like these Taurus G2Cs and things that so many people, including at least 1 or 2 people in the chat tonight, came in and said, man, thank you so much. After watching your videos, I just bought my first gun. And that's totally awesome. If I put out a little review and somebody just for whatever reason connected to my review enough, or they're not comfortable enough with purchasing and getting into guns to protect themselves and their family and to help fight for the liberty against the tyrannical government all of those reasons, people have to find their way, That's why I do it. And then I guess the selfish reason why I do it is what I said earlier. I like hanging out with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So is that the bio? I know that's not the normal bio people give. They usually say, I worked for so-and-so. Okay. 3rd Infantry, 17th Regiment, blah unit, operation. Nothing against those guys at all. Those channels are awesome, but I'm just not that guy. I'm just a regular old dude. I love my rights. I love guns, and I love hanging out with good people. So there you go. That's my biography, and I'm sticking to it. The sound of Claire. I'm just here to take back the colonies. Not really the states. Have too many guns now and people. So you're like, ooh, there's too many people. I don't want all of you anymore now, right? Oh, man. Raymond Williams says, this is my favorite channel I have come across in 2019 because you keep it 100%. Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys' kind words because that does give me encouragement. I know YouTube doesn't want me on here. I know they don't. I'm not in the industry. I've tried to reach out to a few people, not to promote myself, but like I said earlier, this other, guy on YouTube, just because he's in the state of Michigan, I was like, hey, man, let's get together. They don't know who I am. You guys are all I got, trust me. And I don't mean that as a second place prize. I really don't. But no, I'm not a who's who on here at all. Just a regular old dude. Donald Coble, sick the llama on him. Ooh, Leonard Mason, CZ52 with 4 pin marks. One of my most accurate handguns. You know what's so funny? And I hope he forgives me. I don't know if he's still in here, but I promised a longtime Patreon supporter, friend of the channel, Strike 9, I was going to do a CZ pistols video for him like a month ago. Then I got like totally in the mix of all this Monroe County 2A sanctuary. But if I could touch them, I'd show you guys to prove it. They're literally right on the other side of this jacket here on that shelf. I've got a CZ52 sitting right there, man. A couple CZ50s, a CZ70, CZ75. So I've heard you guys talking about a few different CZs. If you guys are into Czech pistols, I promise you once and for all, very soon. I just had to kind of slide some of the gun reviews just a little bit behind some of the pro Second Amendment stuff I've been working on. Oh, geez, end it. Bio, Ginger, Pro 2A, friend of the llamas. Why didn't I read that earlier? See, I had to explain myself for 5 minutes, and like this happens all the time. I try to put it into words, and then somebody's like very short and concise. So you can either believe my version of the story or just go with what Endit said. Because he probably said it better than I did. No, the Texas Outlaw, you're completely right. Anything that looks scary. That's why I'm surprised, quite frankly, they've let this stream stay up this long. I mean, I put up some pretty formidable forces here, but, that making us headline. YouTube, afraid of llama, ends live stream immediately. Great Eagle has a mint condition 1891 Argentine. Nice. I've got a Chilean right over there. A Chilean model 1912 carbine. You guys have been in the streams for a while. You totally know that I used to bring it out and show it all the time. Bill Randall's here. What's happening, Bill? All right, guys. I've been on for over 2 hours. I totally love you guys being here. Sure shots. Did I miss you earlier? Did I miss you, man? All right. Didn't see you, but good night. Hopefully you're not already gone. So hi, bye, all in one sentence. Sure shots. That's another good one that's usually around the channel here. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get off in just a second here. I'm just going to read a couple last minute comments. So yeah, somebody else coming in here. No, I won't though, by the way, just to let you know. Not going to happen. Bill Alexander said subbed with Guns and Gadgets when he only had a few hundred subs, now thousands. Jeez, he's almost up to 200,000 now. Holy crap. Just keep it real, you will get there. Well, thanks a lot. I don't think I'm in the same sentence as him, obviously, but I do appreciate the encouragement, guys. Good night, M4 Johnny. I'm getting ready to get off here. Any last minute things, let me know. But Chris Bildit had to register his hands because they're lethal weapons. And more people are killed with hands and feet each year than these long guns that they want to classify as assault weapons. So don't forget that. All right, guys, it's been fun tonight. I've loved hanging out with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, really. Trust me, I really appreciate seeing you guys. Hopefully you guys had a little fun tonight, and I definitely look forward to hanging out with you guys next week. So just taking one last look at the chat here to make sure I didn't miss somebody saying I just won $1 million or something, but not seeing that. I'm going to get off. I'm not trying to underestimate myself, Charles. I really appreciate it, man. But at the same time, this isn't about me. It's about the 2A. It's about you guys, and I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? So good night, everybody. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here. And literally in the next 30 seconds, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm already going to be starting to look forward to next Friday. And I swear I'm telling you guys 100% truth. So definitely want to see you guys soon. All right. Good night, everybody. Separate Skin just popped in. Thanks for the stream. Good night to you. Kyle, CZ82, that's going to be in the video too. Jeremy, God bless you. Please get a hold of me if you need anything, Jeremy. You're a tough dude, but I'm still here if you need it, all right? All right, I will see you guys next Friday. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.